I'll talk to you about industrial trading. This is more suited for people who are actually doing their articleship. And I'm sure those of you who are into your IPCC, for you also it will be useful. Because the great thing about our chartered accountancy course is that it allows you to learn the subject, and at the same time it allows you to practice the subject. You practice the subject as an intern in an audit firm. You also then have the opportunity to go and sit on the other side of the table, okay, when you go as an industrial trainee and do work which possibly is going to be audited by your fellow members with whom you were earlier doing audit. And industrial training, the 1 year period, I think, is an extremely useful period to spend. There is one straight question: should you go for industrial trading? It could be yes, it could be yes. It could also be no, depending upon what kind of exposure that you actually get in the current audit firm. All said and done, you have been in an audit firm for 2 years. You are possibly going to peak in the third year, and the audit firm may perhaps expect you to be with them for the third year. And therefore, it's a choice that you have to make. Whether you should continue with the firm and pick up more exposure, or whether you should go into industry and work there. If I were to make a choice today, I would still think that if there was an opportunity, I would possibly like to go look at industrial trading, irrespective of whether I do my internship in a large audit firm or whether I do internship in a smaller firm. Of course, this is a matter of personal choice. The single most important advantage of being into industrial training is that you get to do original work. In an audit, you don't get to do original work. In an audit, what do you get to do? You get to audit. You get to check whether others have done right. And imagine you are going to check somebody who is 2 times your age, who has maybe 20 years of experience. You are going to take a look at how he has done. In my view, that is something very similar to, I'm not saying it is exactly that, that is something very similar to picking up a textbook. I call that auditing an answer. Instead of sitting and working out the problem, you read the question and then you imagine an answer. You go to the answer part of the book and then tick off. Oh, this is right. This entry is correct. This entry is correct. Oh, this entry, I don't know how he has done. Let me go look at the working note that the author has prepared. What are you doing? You're auditing what the author has done. That may be one important thing when it comes to learning audit, okay? But I think far more important is the fact that you should also go and do original work. I'll give you an example which must be the simplest of examples. Maybe in an audit, in the first year of your audit, you learn how to check bank reconciliation. But if you go to industry and actually prepare a bank reconciliation, and I'm talking about the simplest form of work so that all of us understand, when you actually do a bank reconciliation, which is very different from the bank reconciliation that you do for your CPT or the IPCC exam, you will realize what are the difficulties that are involved. Therefore, I think going and doing original work definitely adds a lot of value to it. So that tomorrow when you work as an auditor, that means tomorrow when you practice, if somebody says, oh, you are a practitioner, you are just a consultant, have you ever done any original work? For you to understand how difficult original work is, you would have actually understood because you have actually done basic work. So I would still think that working inside corporate India during the articleship period can be good. To my mind, far more important than picking up quality knowledge in industrial training gives you enormous opportunities to hone up your interpersonal skills. I'll tell you why. Should we smoke while we pray? No or yes? Can we pray while we smoke? Yes. Both the questions are same. Both are same. In first case, what are you doing? Smoking and praying. Second case, what are you doing? Both are same. Whether you pray and smoke or smoke and pray is the same. But I think many of us told what to the first question? No. And what did we say to the second? Yes. What is the moral of the story there? At least this is what we had in mind when we put this out. It is about how you frame a question. It is about how you ask. It's not also about sequence. It's also about how you ask, how you talk. No, you might tell a person, you might want to tell a person that he has done a bad job, but there is a way to tell how that he's done a bad job. You should tell him that he has done a bad job in a way that he doesn't feel humiliated. You must tell him that he has done a bad job in a way that will make him feel sad that he has done something bad and he would want to improve. Industrial training, as you interact with those top-notch professionals, teaches you how to talk with people. And I think half of success lies in how diplomatic you are when you speak with people. I want you to watch this.
Good, send her in.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. President.
Oh, Condoleezza, nice to see you. What's happening?
Well, Mr. President, I have the report here about the new leader in China.
Great, Condi, lay it on me.
Mr. President, who is the new leader of China?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, Mr. President.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, Condi. Who is the new leader of China?
Yes.
I mean the feller's name.
Hugh.
The guy in China.
Hugh.
The new leader of China.
Hugh.
The Chinaman.
Hugh is leading China, Mr. President.
What are you asking me for?
I'm telling you, Hugh is leading China.
Well, I'm asking you, Condi, who is leading China?
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Will you or will you not tell me the name of the new leader of China?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Arafat is in China. I thought he was in the Middle East.
That's correct, sir.
Then who's in China?
Yes, sir.
Yasser's in China?
No, sir.
Then who is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir?
No, sir.
Connie, you're starting to piss me off now, and it's not 'cause you're black, neither. I need to know the name of the new leader of China, so I want you to get me the Secretary General of the United Nations on the phone.
Coffee, Annan?
No, thanks. And Condi, call me George. Stop with that Ebonics crap.
You want coffee?
No.
You don't want coffee?
No, but now you mention it, I could use a glass of milk. And then get me the UN.
Yes, sir.
Not Yasser, the guy at the United Nations.
Coffee.
Milk! Will you please make that call?
And call who?
Well, who's the guy at the UN?
No, who is the guy in China?
Will you stay out of China?
Yes, sir.
And stay out of the Middle East. Just get me the guy at the UN.
Coffee.
All right, with cream and 2 sugars. Now get on the phone.
Hello. Rice here.
Rice, good idea. And get a couple of egg rolls, too, Condi. Maybe we should send some to the guy in China and the Middle East. Can you get Chinese food in the Middle East? I don't know.
Now here are two people. I'm sure both he and Condoleezza Rice had the best of education. They speak English the way Americans speak. And yet when they spoke with each other, there was what? Huge confusion. Enormous confusion. Extraordinary confusion. And what I think is important as you do your industrial training is to learn, like what Mr. Manoharan said earlier, to listen. And also learn as to how you would communicate with people. And this is absolutely important, especially because the gap between you, yourself, and the people in industry in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, in terms of ability to communicate is enormous. And it is very, very important that you pick up the skill. The skill of communication is not how well you can speak in public. That's not what we are talking about as communication. What we are talking about as communication is your ability to convey what you have in mind to the someone. The ability of yours to convey the points that you have outlined maybe in your report or the points that you have as you do your work to your principal. That is the second important reason as to why I think people should get into industrial training. Reason number one, you learn how to ask questions. Reason number two, you also get to learn how to communicate. I want you to look at the next one.
You're very late. Try next year.
Sorry?
Next year.
Sorry?
Next year. Everybody fall in line, please.
चलो everybody, line up.
अच्छी प्लेयर है सर।
कौन प्लेयर अच्छा है, कौन प्लेयर बुरा, ये फैसला मैं करूंगा कृष्णा जी। थैंक यू।
आप एक स्टेट टीम के कैप्टन को इस तरह बाहर नहीं रख सकते।
कौन सी स्टेट टीम के कैप्टन हैं आप?
चंडीगढ़।
ये चंडीगढ़ की टीम है?
नहीं। But I'm a captain of a state team.
And I'm the coach of the Indian national women's team. मुझे स्टेट्स के नाम ना सुनाई देते हैं, ना दिखाई देते हैं। सिर्फ एक मुल्क का नाम सुनाई देता है, इंडिया। और इस मुल्क की टीम में लेट आने वाले के लिए जगह नहीं है। एवरीवन अंडरस्टैंड दैट? ओके ओके, get up and do 10 rounds। और ठीक 7 मिनट पर यहां पर रिपोर्ट करो। अगर ठीक 7 मिनट में पहुंच गई तो टीम में आ जाना, वरना चंडीगढ़ की ट्रेन में बैठ जाना।
सर 7 मिनट?
कृष्णा जी, अब सब प्लेयर्स सामने आएंगे और खुद को इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे। यू।
बलबीर कौर पंजाब।
दोबारा।
बलबीर कौर पंजाब।
दोबारा।
बलबीर कौर पंजाब।
टीम से अलग होकर साइड में खड़े हो जाओ। बाहर। नेक्स्ट।
कोमल चटाला हरियाणा।
बाहर।
Molly Zimik, Manipur.
आउट।
नेत्रा रेड्डी आंध्र प्रदेश।
आउट।
रचना प्रसाद बिहार। निकोला सिक्वेरा महाराष्ट्र।
बाहर।
विद्या शर्मा इंडिया। विद्या शर्मा इंडिया।
जोर से कहो।
विद्या शर्मा इंडिया।
थैंक यू। आप टीम में हैं। और कोई है यहाँ जो पंजाब, हिमाचल, तमिलनाडु रेलवेज के लिए खेल रहा है? एक बात अच्छी तरह सुन लीजिए और अभी समझ लीजिए, क्योंकि मैं दोबारा नहीं बताऊंगा। इस टीम को सिर्फ वो प्लेयर्स चाहिए जो पहले इंडिया के लिए खेल रहे हैं। इंडिया, फिर अपनी टीम में अपने साथियों की, और उसके बाद भी अगर थोड़ी बहुत जान बच जाए तो अपने स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की नौकरी या रेलवे फ्लैट के लिए नहीं। हो। चलिए एक बार फिर शुरू करें। आइए प्लीज।
बलबीर कौर इंडिया। कोमल चौटाला इंडिया।
Molly Zimik, India.
नेत्रा रेड्डी इंडिया। रचना प्रसाद इंडिया। निकोला सिक्वेरा इंडिया। विद्या शर्मा इंडिया। गुल इकबाल इंडिया। रानी डिस्पोटा इंडिया। सुमुई करकट्टा इंडिया। रीना फर्नांडिस इंडिया। मैरी राल्टे इंडिया। आलिया बोस इंडिया। गुंजन लखानी इंडिया। विंध्या नायक इंडिया। प्रीति सब्रवाल इंडिया।
What is the moral of the story? At least what did you think was the moral of the story? No regionality should be there. Good. Now from that video, although there are many people who pick up different lessons, I am trying to pick up the fact that when someone is playing for India, his thought that he belongs to different regions is unimportant. In other words, when someone in an industry works, okay, he needs to work like a composite team, and that's what you learn in industry. One of the first things that you learn in industrial training is that until a decision is taken, okay, until a decision is taken, you can argue. You might be an intern who is just doing his chartered accountancy, or you might be a CA there as part of the team, or you might be in whatever position in the hierarchy. In team meetings, you have the right to disagree. You have the right to give your views. You have the right even to tell that the boss has no sense. But once the organization has taken a decision, once the boss has decided, you will stick to it through thick and thin. You will not go behind people's back and then say, no, at that meeting I had a different point of view. That doesn't work. Once the organization has decided that this is what we will do, everybody has to fall in line. And that's something that you learn a lot more, lot better in industry when you do your industrial training than what you would possibly learn in your audits. And that's one good reason why I think people must do industrial training. I want you to tell me, what do you see there? All of you are able to see lift? If all of you are able to see lift, it is great. To me, it took at least 20 minutes before I could find lift. To me, everything looked like smudged black. In your school days, you used to play with small engineering equipments, plastic equipments. It looked like that. Okay. Then somebody told me, no, there is a lift there. And then I found, after 20 minutes, I found that there was a lift there. All of you have been able to find a lift there. Good. Now see this. Man with a big nose. Man playing trumpet. Oh, there's a girl also there. Where is the girl here? I'm not able to see. Which is the eye? Right black is eye, is it? And what is the left black? There is no one eye. I think if you are saying there is an eye, there is a second eye also. Two eyes. All right, good. This. Optical is fine. What else do you see there? Scenery. Good. Now I'm happy. You're also seeing the word illusion. That scenery set of people, can you see the illusion there? You can also see optical. Moral of the story is that whenever we do our audit, we must realize that there is also another view. We find what we think is an error. This is best understood by those of you who are in your internship. We think that the company has made an error, and then we jump from our chair as if we have spotted the next scandal. We don't realize that there is another view. We don't realize that there can actually be an other explanation. To summarize, industrial training is a personal choice. It has its pluses. It may have its minuses. It helps you work as a team. It helps you learn that there is another side to the picture. You learn how to ask questions. You learn how to communicate with people. You learn how to work in a team. You also, most importantly, learn that what you think may be right, what the other person says may also be right. There is another view that you need to take care of.